Hello everybody, I am RK. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain you all such rules of differentiation on which problems of differentiation of any level directly or indirectly depends upon. Okay, let us start. The first one rule is constant rule. Suppose we have to differentiate, there is a function fx and a constant k is multiplied to it. So constant rule says that k comes to outside and we will have to differentiate the given function by applying its formula. Okay, let us take an example. For example, dy dx of suppose 7x cube. Fine. So here 7 is our constant. So rule says 7 come to outside and we have to differentiate x cube. That will give you 7 times 3x squared. That's it. Okay, this is called constant rule. It's a very easier one. So let us move to the next one, addition rule. Addition rule says that whenever there are the functions say u plus v plus w are added or subtracted to each other, then addition rule says we have to differentiate all those functions one by one applying this rule like this. Fine. If you want to see an example, you can see dy dx of suppose x cube plus sin x. So you can easily see here are the two functions which are added to each other. So we will apply the addition rule by differentiating both the function one by one. After applying its formula, you will get the answer like 3x square plus cos x. Be ensured you must be ready with the formulas of the different functions. I am giving you one of the video based on all the formulas of differentiation, right? Let us move to the third rule. This is called product rule. As the name says, whenever two functions say u or v are multiplied to each other, you will apply product rule. How? Let's see. Here we will differentiate one of the above function, suppose v, keeping u as constant, plus this time v remain constant and we will differentiate the another function. Okay, you can easily call it as u differentiation of first function plus v differentiation of second function, right? Let us take an example, dy dx of x cube sin x. Fine. So you can easily understand this is the problem based on product rule because the function are multiplied to each other. So let us apply the differentiation. Here we will keep x cube as constant and we will differentiate sin x function with respect to x, added to this time sin x taken as it is and we will differentiate x cube function. Okay, after applying the formula we will get the solution. Fine. Now our fourth rule is division rule. Here as the name says, when the two functions are divided to each other, definitely we will apply the division rule. See, this time keep in your mind, this time v will be kept as a constant and we will differentiate u function minus u as it is and differentiate v function whole divided by v square. Don't forget this term. Okay, see the example, suppose x cube by sin x. See, the functions are divided to each other. Definitely you will apply the division rule by applying this. This time sin x remains same and we will differentiate the function on the numerator minus x cube as it is. We will differentiate the denominator sin x with respect to x whole divided by v square. Okay, after applying the formula you will get the solution. Yeah, one more thing I must say, product rule is not only based for two functions. If we have three functions like dy dx of u, v or w, product rule is also for three or more than two functions. So here you will apply product rule as keeping any two function as it is, differentiate the third function, again keeping another any two function as it is, differentiate the third function, plus last one is you will differentiate the third function by keeping another two function remain same, right? It's very important. You will see many questions based on this. Now last one is chain rule. Among all of the rules, chain rule is the most important rules for the differentiation. The higher level of problems are based on chain rule. Firstly, let us understand for which type of question chain rule depends upon. Let us see the nature of the function. Suppose whenever our function is of the form f of g of hx, right? If you observe this function, you will get to know this is called composition of two or more function. So whenever the functions are in the composite form, we will apply the chain rule. Okay, let us do the differentiation for this function. Suppose for this function we have to differentiate. Okay, here there are three functions f, g and h. What is the rule for doing the differentiation of chain rule? Let's see that, and then I am giving you an example so that it would be clear for you. Firstly, we have f function in term of g. Okay, so we will differentiate f function with respect to g function like this. Then there is the chain form for g function. This time we will differentiate h function, g function with respect to h. So h will be on the denominator. Then in the last step we will differentiate the function h with respect to x. Remember, you always end with x. Okay, so this is the procedure to form the chain and to differentiate the function based on composite form. Okay, applying the chain rule. I think it's not clear to you because it is in the general form. Let us take an example for three different functions. For example, suppose we have to differentiate log function, tan inverse or ex. See, this function is the composition of log, inverse trigo and exponential. So basically there are three functions. F stand for log, g stand for tan inverse and h stand for ex. Be ensure you are ready with the formulas first. Now I am showing you how to apply the chain here. Firstly, we will differentiate the log function with respect to tan inverse ex, because the log function is dependent on tan inverse ex. So firstly we will differentiate log function with respect to this variable. Okay, now let us make the chain for tan inverse function because it's a time for differentiating tan inverse function and its angle, or you can say domain, is ex. So we will differentiate with respect to ex. Now in the last step we will differentiate ex. See, the exponential function is of the form x. So this is our last step to differentiate. Let's apply its formula. If you remember, differentiation of log x is 1 by x. So you will get this term. Differentiation of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So you will get this term, and differentiation of ex remains same like this. So this is the way to differentiate our function by applying several rules. Remember guys, any problems or differentiation of any level directly or indirectly depends upon this rule. Okay, I am giving you one more example so that your chain rule would be clear. Okay, see, suppose the function is sine 5 log 3x. Okay, see, here there is the power. I am giving you one of the short trick or the smart trick, you can say PBA. Here P stand for power, P stand for base and A stand for its angle. Power, base and angle. If your function is in the form of power, so you need to apply the differentiation for power first, then B base will come, and then at the last we will differentiate its angle. Okay, so if you apply this rule, this trick to any problem of differentiation based on chain rule, you will definitely get the solution properly. So see, here we have the power 5 first. So the chain will form like this: T of sine log 3x to whole power 5 by, look at your base, this time your base is sine log x. So sine log 3x remains same. Next, d of sine log 3x. This time we have to differentiate our sine function with respect to log 3x. The next chain is for log 3x with respect to 3x, because your log function is dependent on 3x. So the last step is 3x with respect to x. This would be the chain for such functions. Okay. So as I told you, firstly we will apply the differentiation of power. So 5 is here. So if you remember, differentiation of x5 gives you 5x4. In the same manner, you will get this answer 5. You will write down your x here, which is base, and power 4. I am copying this term. This is the differentiation of first term. Next term is for trigonometric function sine. Differentiation of sine x is cos. So you will write cos log 3x as it is. Next term is log function. Differentiation of log x give you 1 by x, but this time your angle is 3x, so it would be 3. And for the last step, this is 3x, that gives you 3. 3 get cancelled to get the final answer. This is our final answer. Okay. If you have any queries regarding chain rule or any other rules, you can ask through the comment section, through mail or through WhatsApp. Okay. You can also join me on through live tuitions through Skype ID. Okay. Kindly like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.